games in one game. And the Atari Anniversary Edition Redux. Basically, the way this is going to go is the way I did when I had some collection of Capcom games. I'm going to play every game in the thing because they're all drink. I'm not going to call it over just because I died in Asteroids or whatever. Sounds like Cole is with us today. Hello, Cole.
Hello. How's it going?
Did you ever have an Atari?
Like a 2600?
Yeah.
I did not. I almost did at one point, but then didn't work on our TV and something, and I was real little when that happened, so I don't know. But no, like, Atari's like a little older than both my brothers.
Yeah, I also never had one. Like, I had an NES for a while, but it certainly was well past its prime by the time I got it. Like, I got it at a thrift store.
Oh, like, we had a Nintendo when Nintendo was big, so like, I'm at the age to, like, 3 years old, 1990, pretty much the heyday of the Nintendo. Like, I remember when the third Ninja Turtles game came out because I got it for Christmas, and I remember when Super Mario 3 came out because I thought it was the coolest game ever. I must have been like 4.
I was all computer games at that age.
We did not have a computer in my home until I was like 8 or 9, or maybe 7.
PlayStation was my first console. Like, I got an NES after I got a PlayStation. If that puts in perspective, when I got an NES.
Okay.
Yeah, this game's gonna have Asteroids, Asteroids Deluxe, Battlezone, Black Widow, Centipede, Gravatar, Missile Command, Pong, Space Duel, Super Breakout, Tempest, and Warlords.
So yeah, it looks like this is more Atari arcade collection.
I believe it's all coin-op games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, like I know of most of these games. They're all classics.
I've heard of all but a few of them.
Warlords is pretty great if you got 3 other humans to play it with.
I do not. I hadn't heard of Black Widow, Gravatar. I don't think I heard of Space Duel, but that's a pretty generic name. And I hadn't heard of Warlords. First, let's check out this archive. View some video interviews with Atari founder Nolan Bushnell. Oh, there's a lot of these, and there's a weird way to. It doesn't scroll down normally. We'll check those afterwards. You can read some excerpts from Phoenix: The Fall and Rise of Video Games, 2nd edition by Leonard Herman. Oh, we can read it, but it's on a fucking really obnoxious background.
Yeah, like, who did this?
So I'll just scroll through this, and people who want to read it can pause it.
Sounds like this is probably sucking Bushnell's dick pretty hard.
His engineering friends went crazy over the game to the point where they began camping out in his backyard to play it. So maybe there's chapters that go into some negative. Maybe there's the Masters of Doom kind of situation where it's like, hey, he is also kind of an asshole. If he was. I don't know anything about Bushnell.
Bushnell's totally an asshole, for sure.
How much of an asshole is he compared to Carmack and or Romero?
Probably a bigger asshole than both those guys, for sure. Neither of those guys is a particularly big asshole. Like, I don't think of John Romero or John Carmack as assholes. I have read Masters of Doom. It's good, but that's a good book.
It is. I enjoyed that book.
Yeah, that's a very good book about video games being made.
PS1 Try Project officially endorses Masters of Doom.
I feel like
ISBN number 69.
Nice. The John Romero and Carmack are both like flawed people for sure, but like they're not. I don't know. Nolan Bushnell's like kind of got to like screw over a business partner, you know, like.
He's like Zuckerberg tier.
Yeah, well, probably not as like smart as Zuckerberg, but yeah, like he,
Also,
like,
probably not going to become president.
like I mean, Pong itself he stole. Like, Pong was basically invented at Magnavox, I think, by this guy Ralph Baer, and then like they made the Odyssey, and fucking Nolan Bushnell saw the Odyssey at like some sort of private event, and then went and made Pong, even though they called it like
Yeah.
Tennis for Two or something, but they had Pong basically already.
This chapter I'm
And
scrolling through now is talking about also like inventing Chuck E. Cheese, which I didn't know, but makes sense.
yeah, yeah, he did after he got ousted from Atari.
Yeah.
He invented Chuck E. Cheese, so he's definitely like a smart guy. Like,
Rest in peace, those animatronics. He's not on the show with us tonight, but Colin used to work at a Chuck E. Cheese, and one of his responsibilities was doing some maintenance on those animatronics. And as he says it, it's not a good job. PS1 Tray Project does not endorse working at a Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah, I don't endorse Chuck E. Cheese whatsoever. They're terrible places.
Do you have to go to a place with like food and arcade games? Dave and Buster's probably. If you have to go to a chain one. And if it's not the night of a big boxing pay-per-view where there's going to be like a $20 cover just to get in. Play DDR some other day.
Just go to a barcade if I was so inclined. Are you gonna read this entire book?
It's only excerpts from it, but I may.
You're like you're at 28%.
Oh my god. I'm
We
gonna
have like
I'm gonna page up and page down. People can pause it as they want. Good lord. Okay, now there's a lot more of this book than I thought there would be. Okay, there we go. It's going to be a lot harder to pause it as I want, but there we go. Maybe people can figure out speed reading.
Yeah, for sure.
Browse a photo gallery of Atari Memorabilia. Some nice promotional images, all of the Atari logo. So Atari was an American company?
Yeah.
It's got a Japanese sounding name.
What is Atari? It's taken from something. Like some myth.
I probably scrolled over it in that book. Still another generic Atari promotional button. That's a pretty fly button, honestly. I would wear that. Atari player.
Well, okay, maybe it is taken. It is a Japanese word. Let me go to the Atari.
I feel like I read somewhere that, yeah, I don't remember what it means, but
Yeah, and it looks like they tried to like use some random astronomical term, but a company already used it, and so like he used several words from the game Go, and like chose Atari. So yeah, like it is a Japanese. I did not realize that the name was Japanese in origin.
yeah, I know this because yeah, it's a collection of letters that certainly could be like ta and li are all Japanese. Okay, we don't actually want to see all these. This is PS1. Let's try some games.
Here, especially because of how low. Like some of that stuff is interesting to me in a format that isn't the PS1 resolution.
Yeah. Also, I can't go to settings, or I can't go to a different. Like I press down from start a new one-player game. I press down, it does nothing. I press down, it goes to two-player. I press down again, it goes to one-player. I press down again, it goes to load save.
Interesting.
And then I press X and it goes back to the menu. So maybe, maybe if I actually press down twice, it'll actually be on settings. Yeah. So it's like it's highlighting it incorrectly.
Quality.
Very. Game options. May as well set lives to, can only be 3 or 4. Okay. Language. What do we need the language for in fucking Asteroids? Okay, let's play Asteroids.
Good luck. I hope you beat it. I hope you get to the end of Asteroids.
Can you? Is that a thing? Is there a kill screen in Asteroids?
I don't know.
I died.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is like a bug if you get a high enough score. Like there probably is.
Yeah. Keeping with the tradition from the Capcom games, though, these will end when it would prompt me to continue. Because it's gonna be short enough anyway. Oh, another fucking UFO.
Space Invaders.
My asteroid strategy has always been to move as little as possible and just rotate around myself. But hey, I beat a stage.
Well done.
Oh, okay. Well, that's Asteroids. Your score is one of the 10 best. Whatever. ABA. That's a name. Nope. Go to a different game. Asteroids Deluxe. Let's see what's better about it. Oh, it's got a background. And the letters are... the things are like a light blue instead of white.
Yeah, this was probably like some transparent thing they put over the monitor.
Yeah, I have small recollection of being in like weird pizza places that had that. It was a game that was like normally wasn't super colored, but it had an overlay so that like sections of the screen were a different color. I've already lost one of my lives.
Yeah, like you'll see Space Invaders cabinets like that. Some of them will just be all white, but other ones will have like different colors. And so like as they get further down the screen, it's like they're turning red or whatever.
We to 1,000 points. We got to 1,000 points.
Well done. There's a bonus at
10,000.
10,000.
Oh, the UFO goes up and down. It goes on diagonal in this one. And some of these asteroids follow me. These aren't asteroids. I think these are other like enemy ships. I got them all. Try to clear up the little guys before I break any more big ones. Oh, and I ran into the UFO. As Asteroids Deluxe.
Did it feel deluxe compared to Asteroids?
A little. Whoops, I meant to do ass. Oh well. So I have to remember where I am in the menus. Battle Zone. Some green lines.
Mm-hmm. Green lines from the first person perspective. It's pretty crazy stuff.
Oh, we got a little radar up top that tells me where that enemy is. And he shot me. I got one of them. Another one spawned right in front of me. It's hiding behind a thing.
Thing?
A green cube.
The battle zone.
Some sort of pillbox, perhaps. To use what I believe is military terminology. Enemy in range. Uh-oh. Enemy in range, enemy to left. Motion blocked by object. And my Asteroids technique of spinning in circles fails me again. Well, I mean, my KDR is positive, which is what you want in war.
Yeah, in arcade games though, usually your KDR should be, you know,
yeah, infinite,
40 or 50 or something, at least. You know, I guess it really depends on the game.
Enemy in range, enemy to right. Doko desu ka? I'm spinning to the right.
Migi desu.
Oh god, what the hell is that? It killed me.
Oh, no, that thing. Oh my.
Yeah, that got me. And 7,000. Hey, high score. Halfway to a bonus tank. In this game, it came out 8 years before I was born.
It's a classic.
Black Widow. This is a game I am wholly unfamiliar with.
I believe I've watched Jeff Gerstmann play Black Widow in a different Atari collection, but I've never played it myself.
Shoot bugs, then TagGrub Stakes.
Hmm.
Seems like a fast game. Select difficulty with right stick, push left stick, and press start to begin. Oh, This is just 2 sticks then? Is my right stick going to be controlled with just my face buttons?
I hope so.
It seems to be the case. Okay. This is a really weird way to control a twin-stick shooter in 2017. But this game seems kind of awesome.
Looks pretty great.
I don't know why, like, I'm a spider, presumably on my own web. I don't know why, like, all these flies and everything are, like, threatening me.
Yeah. Well, why you're like collecting money? Like,
Yeah.
a lot of this kind of doesn't make any sense.
I mean, presumably I'm eating them, but some of these things seem to be like other spiders that maybe are coming to try to get my food from me. But they don't know what parts of my web are sticky. It's my web. Only, oh my god. Some centipede shit. I think that was a bonus stage there. So far, this is the highlight game of the collection, though. Oh, that was not a money sign. That was an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how are these like little flies killing me if I'm... Oh well. We got through 7 waves of Black Widow. That game's cool. Shoot, I don't know which option I'm on. Cool, I was on exit now. Centipede. Everyone knows this game.
What's the history of Centipede?
It's an Atari game that was released in 1980.
What's the difference between Centipede and Millipede?
One of them came out before the other one. I feel like you know the answers to this and are quizzing me.
Not really. I don't know which one came first. One was like basically a sequel remix thing of the other.
Yeah. Certainly, you can see the Space Invaders-ness of this game. That things are descending from the top of the screen, and there are like obstacles that you can shoot through. I'm about to die.
Yeah, I definitely prefer this to Space Invaders personally.
Yeah, it's a lot. They both have a thing where, you know, you're supposed to shoot where they're going to be.
That's true. Yeah, you have slow bullets, for sure.
Hey, I cleared a stage and everything changed color. That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's make this my spot.
I used to play some shareware version of Centipede that was on the Mac. I can't remember what it's called now.
Yeah, certainly this is a game type that was cloned incessantly. I remember I played some like fancy like battle Pong that had power-ups that would like change the shape and size of your like opponent's paddle.
I don't believe you. That's madness. The size of my paddle?
5. Oh, I did not make the high scoreboard for Centipede.
You didn't? Oh, you didn't.
Gravatar. This is a game I have not heard of.
Sounds... I don't know. See if I recognize it when I see it.
I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm being sucked towards a thing into a gravity well, it looks like. Seems to be like Asteroids, but with more going on. With like different zones or whatever. And in each zone there's like different enemies to fight. Let's go down to this bottom right planet for 4,000 points. Oh, now it's like a reverse missile command that I just failed because I crashed into the ground.
Huh. It's the gravity.
There's a lot of gravity. Someone figured out how to program gravity things. And we got 7,000 points. 7,000. Oh, no. That was the high score. Okay, well, that was Gravatar. Okay, yeah, the danger. I'm going to watch a little bit of this demo, see if I can, yeah, tractor fuel, shoot bunkers. Okay, so might have been another button I should have been pressing. Oh, even the demo version crashed. Alright, Missile Command. Another game type that's been cloned incessantly and put into other games as mini games within it.
It's too bad you don't have the trackball.
That's true.
I love me some Missile Command.
it is a classic of game for sure. Oh, whoops.
It's definitely one that seems like it'd be hard to play like using a D-pad.
So far, I'm doing all right, but there's a pretty loose sensitivity, which helps a lot. Oh, but I'm out of ammo.
No, you should have other buttons so you can fire from your other bases.
I'm realizing that now. See, all my first ones I fired from my left and then my right base. But cool, I have ammo in all my things now. Gosh, that's a lot more to keep track of too. Like, which base you're firing from will change how quick it gets there.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just lost all of my bases.
It's actually sort of a horrifying game. In these dark times.
I mean, no one remembers how to play it anymore. So, like, when the missiles... I'm assuming actual missile defense works really similarly to this. I don't think we have the gamers with the skill anymore to actually keep our nation safe. And
clearly,
I think
as demonstrated.
This will be the last thing we see.
Yeah. The end. Yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll get like someone who'll get us like a bonus city or two. Just keep Philadelphia alive.
Keep Philadelphia.
Yeah, cheese sticks. Okay, here's a game. Here's the game, probably. This isn't the first video game, but close to it.
Yeah, like, what was the first video game?
That one that in the 70s some people did in a college where there was like some missiles, I think. I forget the name of it.
Well, I mean, I think the earliest video games were things people would do on like oscilloscopes, like playing around on those things.
Yeah, there's like a specific one I'm thinking of whose name is escaping me right now. That's the one that I give credit to with my limited research I've done.
I think basically also no one knows. Like, there's a couple different parties that claim to have invented the first computer game, at least. Like, and they like, like the records are murky.
Speaking of murky, these tiny ass paddles in OG Pong.
Yeah, well, and this too, you should be using a dial to play Pong. Like the controls really subpar.
You gotta spin it like Peggy Hill. Put some English on it. Or mustard, I think she said. And down 6-2, 7-2. Maybe if I don't move, it'll come to the same spot every time. Nope. So that seemed like it went above my my paddle. I can go down like off the screen, but I can't go up to the top all the way. Although the same thing just happened to him, so maybe that's where.
Maybe that's like where the real Pong technique is to go up high.
I move out of the way of it. I hide from the ball.
It's scary. You don't want it to hit your face.
There's like 4 sharp corners on it.
Yeah, it's all corners.
And that one just went through my paddle. I'm down 14-3.
I gotta say, Grant, from where I am, I did not witness anything pass through your paddle.
And I believe it was the 11th or 12th point. But I've lost Pong 15-3. It's a space duel. Super Breakouts, where I'm holding out some hope.
The real Super Breakout is Arkanoid.
I'm not going to disagree. One player. Ooh, there's two different types of one player. Or it can be one ship, or it can be two linked ships. Let's be two linked ships. Oh, holy shit! And they rotate around a fucking.
Whoa. Whoa.
Some ice climber shit.
Maybe this is just like sort of like somebody was at Atari was like, all right, we need asteroids, but you know, it's got to be crazy. It's like, what if everything's spinning? Like, and we have 3 colors now.
Yeah. Co-op asteroids. Oh god, I'm spinning out of control, but it's the bonus stage, so it's okay. Oh, but it's not, you don't warp through the edges of the stage, you bounce off it. Oh, no, you do warp through it, you just bounce off it in the bonus stage. Which,
Weird.
Starts immediately once the bonus stage ends.
Oh, these enemies look cool, though.
They're also spinning.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah. Except they're not really spinning, they're just changing colors to make it look like they're spinning.
I mean, what do you mean by that? Nothing here is really... I mean, that's true for everything on your screen, right? Like, that's how the illusion of movement is created. It's like the pixels change colors.
I think it's like, it's not like a sprite with different, like the only thing that changes is like the color of the lines that they draw in. And it's not like, it's not rendering like the movement of one relative to the other to make it look like it's spinning. It's just...
Sure, right. It's using a different trick than maybe some other stuff does, for sure. Right. And it's not like a 3D object of any kind or like...
I think probably a cleverer trick that on whatever the fucking tiny ass hardware they had at the time is easier to do that than to say keep redrawing this or something.
You know, I don't really know anything about the hardware on, especially on these old Vector arcade games. I don't really know anything about that. They always look cool in person.
Yeah. And this one I feel like, especially like when that first came out, probably blew some minds.
Maybe. I don't know. It probably came out sort of like during some crazy times, like arcades being huge.
It came out in MCMLXXX.
So it's like 1980.
It's a big year. High score, though, for spinning asteroids. Black Widow, still the all-star fucking choice here. A twin-stick shooter. That in the arcade would have actually been twin sticks. On a DualShock without analog sticks right now, it is a very weird way to approximate twin sticks. Oh, such a narrow fucking paddle, though. God damn. Okay, great start. I've given up trying to win this. I want to clear one red brick.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is yet another game where you should be playing with a paddle.
Well, if they had a fucking, like a dial controller for the PlayStation. Well, that's how far I got in Super Breakout. You know, I've played, like, you know, more modern Breakout games. It's like, hey, this is an easy thing to... I've made better Breakout game. Not better. Easier.
I have also created easier
Yeah.
breakout games, though following a tutorial. I've never just made one.
Certainly that was the case with me as well. But with a lot of things today, like with, or at least I don't know, like some like Game Maker Studios, like its own like built-in documentation, and it's like with its drag and drop stuff, you'd be able to make it your own breakout game, tutorial free, probably.
Maybe.
Spin knob to change.
I like Tempest.
Oh no, let's not. Let's be on the easy one. What am I doing? I'm shooting this stuff.
Yeah, you've never played Tempest before?
I've seen it. I've never played it.
This one is great. This is probably my favorite game of all the games in here. Especially if I was playing single, like, if I was in an arcade with these games by myself, I would probably spend the most time here.
For me, so far, it looks like it would be a Black Widow. This one that would have had a joystick or a dial?
No.
A dial.
Yeah, you'd have a dial for this too, I
This
think.
really seems like a game that, yeah, a dial.
And it looks pretty cool in person because, you know, it's all vectors, so it's all these, like, real bright, glowing, nice lines. This looks like shit.
Yeah. Like on a fucking cabinet, you're gonna get like some sort of tunnel vision, so to speak, and like it's gonna have more of like that 3D effect too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like there was a barcade in North Carolina that I liked a lot. They had this, though I spent most of my time on.
At the bar.
Well, you know, they let you bring the beer with you. I played a lot of what's the other old twin stick shooter, Robotron. I played a lot of Robotron.
Alright, this is the last game we have here. It's gonna be Warlords. You've spoken highly of this one. What am I in for?
It's basically like competitive Breakout.
Okay. Like,
So it's like
4 people at the same time breaking out?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and
But I guess...
I'm controlling like a corner here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's one that I haven't spent a lot of time with, but seems pretty cool. At least if you had.
Oh, and I'm like defending my own... Defending my own thing while attacking others. I'm gonna hope that the computers just take each other out. Oh, and he like caught it, and he spun it so it fucking like took out a whole lot of my things. This is interesting. This would be, I think, a lot of fun with 4 people. Ooh, got him.
Yeah, I think I've only ever played the 2600 version of this, which I don't think... Or I don't know, can you... Man, I don't know much about the 2600. Could that do 4 players?
I don't know. I've never, even used one.
Oh. I have a little bit.
I am
Fused.
just about dead here, though. Oh shit, now there's 2 things at once. Oh, I was the first one out by quite a bit.
Yeah, it sort of seems like lame to play against the computer.
I feel like they were targeting me. Well, that's every game in the Atari Anniversary Edition Redux. Let's watch one of these videos with Bushnell about the trick to free games in Pong.
It turned out that if you had something about the mass of a pool ball, which of course you never have in a bar, and you hit the 3rd bolt down on the left side of the coin mitt, it would set up a harmonic vibration and you'd get a free game. And literally, whenever it's possible to cheat and get a free game, the world knows about it in about a femtosecond from the first person who discovers it.
Oh, this guy said femtosecond. He is an asshole.
Before the internet, but it's incredible. And And so
You
you
said
start
what?
getting
He said
the
a
PLA,
femtosecond, I
the
think.
Machines quit earning money
Oh,
because
I don't
people would get games free.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. He's an asshole.
I got it. Yeah. How dare you
Turn that
talk
off, you're
in terms you don't understand?
It's 1/4 of a second.
and, slam switch and a couple of things with the circuit, and you eliminate
It's a term that's usually
The other
used
one that is
in reference to
in dry
lasers.
climates. If they happen to be placed on a carpet, and you really get a big electric fire, and if you hit, in this case, it was the top bolt, you'd get a spark that would go through and it would reset the machine. 1 in 3 times it'd start the machine. Well, we saw people doing what became known as the Atari Shuffle, and if the place didn't have carpet, they would put on nylon jackets and rub against each other to get a charge up, and that was a much harder one to do because these high voltage things would go all throughout the digital stuff. We were able to get that one solved.
So there you go. That's how to get free games in Pong.
System in which
Useful information.
the guy running the machines found that the counter had counted coins, but when he looked in the cash box, there'd be nothing there. And one time he noticed that there was a little bit of moisture in the bottom, and so he staked out the machines and found out that some little kids, 9, 10 years old, had taken modeling clay, made impressions of quarters, filled them with water, and then put them in the freezer with a little bit of sand or other things to make them a little bit heavier. Then they put on their wagon an ice chest, went down to the local bowling alley, and they would quickly run in with these little discs of ice, put it in the coin mech, and then it would trigger the free game.
Cool. So they also told you how to make slugs. I wonder if you could still use some of those. What's Nolan's favorite game?
My favorite game of all time? Go.
Okay. Good answer. There we go. We were talking about this a little bit.
The 4004, which is the Intel first microprocessor, was so slow. I mean, it was the first one, and it couldn't possibly run a video game. And I think that it was invented just a couple of years after. But there wasn't a single microprocessor in a coin-operated video game until 1975, 76. So we built a lot of video games in the interim. And these were all state machines.
Do you have any videos here that you really want to see, Cole?
No, because as usual, I don't have the sound of your video on, so that I can hear you and not you
Not have an
in the
echo?
back.
That makes sense. Well, check the VOD, because in the Trick to Free Games in Pong, he told you how you can use a pool ball to get a free game in Pong. And also basically how little kids made slugs that worked, at least in old Pong machines.
I was gonna say, like, I think probably not gonna encounter a Pong machine in the wild anytime soon. But
I figure that somebody also might, if it's a decent enough slug, it'll work in any 30-year-old machine, probably. If they haven't, rigged it up with a better...
oh, I meant using the cue ball or whatever.
Oh. Sure. Okay. That's, this has been Atari, whatever. Those little video interviews seem neat, if that sort of stuff interests you. If it doesn't, you wanted to see more ones that I didn't upload. I'm sorry. But leave a comment and maybe I'll upload more. Thank you, Cole, for joining us.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
And that's it for this game.